Happy Sunday in the month of um, June. Yeah, my name is Precious Chukwemeka, but my brand name is The Real and Boss, and I'm your go-to realtor in Southeast, especially in Imo State, where I reside. So we have over 13 properties in Imo State. I actually work with a real estate company. Yeah, I work with a real estate company and I work as a staff, as a secretary, and as a social media manager of the company. So, excuse me. So, it's safe to say that I am well grounded in the company and in the business because you cannot give what you don't have. Yes, at any business or any products you're producing, or anything, any organization you indulge yourself, you must give what you have. You cannot give what you don't have. And this is my 1 year experience, 1 year plus experience in the real estate industry. And I can tell you for free that I've been able to navigate through this industry and understand what it takes to be a realtor. The truth is, you don't need the certificates. You don't even need to go to a school before you can become a realtor. As a matter of fact, I studied English language and literature. That's what I studied, and I graduated in 2024. So I didn't study real estate. I didn't know anything about real estate, but I had to learn real estate. I have to study that on my own. You don't need to go to a school. In fact, real estate has been simplified in such a way that you just have to understand the business you're doing. You just have to work with a reputable real estate company. So, if you're a realtor and you need to start being a realtor, you need to, if you're an individual, right, and you want to become a realtor, the first step to do is to work with a reliable and trusted real estate company. That's the first thing you need to do. You don't need to start going to a school. You don't need to study estate management before you can become a realtor. Like, the truth is, those persons that actually studied estate management, if you check closely, you will notice that people that didn't even go to the school are doing better than them. Mine, I'm using myself as a case study because I'm so wowed and surprised at how far I've come in this industry. For someone that is just barely 1 year, I've been able to help 10 plus people own land in profitable locations. Right now, the topic I'm going to be discussing today is real estate simplified. Yes, I have to begin with this intro for you to understand that you don't need to do too much to become a realtor. You just have to do things on your own. You have to take the bold step to learn more. I didn't learn everything from my company. I had to do that on my own. I had to watch and study other professionals in the industry so that I can be better and be like them. So, Real Estate Simplified is talking about how individuals, how investors can be able to own real estate profitably and safely, especially in 2027. Now, you'll agree with me that if you buy a property in a location, let's say you bought 10 properties in different locations or in one location, if that location is not strategic, your investment will get stuck. Now, if you get just one plot in a strategic location, it's going to outperform those properties that you bought that are not in a good location. One thing you need to understand is that in real estate business, you just have to take your time. It's not something that you rush. You're not buying something worth thousands or something worth kobo. You're buying something worth millions and you're investing for your future. So you need to calm down and understand the reason you're buying the property. First thing first, the purpose. What is your purpose for buying that property? Is it for residential? Is it for long term investment? Is it for buy and build residential? Is it for land banking? What is your purpose? Is it for agricultural purposes? Because There is a property selling for 650,000 and a lot of people are so interested in buying that property without having a good reason for wanting to buy that land. Because you see that the property is selling for 650,000, you're so interested. I got a lot of people interested in that particular property. But the honest truth is that the property is very far from the road. That's the number one thing. And it is specifically for agricultural purpose. It is not for buy and build. It's for long term. And the long term is not actually the type that you buy the property and leave it. It is something that you need to buy and you begin your agricultural purpose in the land. That is why it's so cheap. It's not close to the road. It's very far from the road. Do you understand? So you need to have a purpose. Now, if you're getting 10 plots in that land, hi from India. Okay, I'm actually streaming from Nigeria. Hi, Chandra. Hi, good evening. Happy Sunday to you. So the thing is, imagine if you're getting 10 plots from the property without any purpose, you're going to have a loss. You're going to have a setback in that investment. So it is important that if you're investing in real estate, hi, Chandra. How are you? How's your day going? I'm streaming from Nigeria. Hi, Annie Kate. Oh, good evening. You're from India. Oh, that's nice. Thank you for joining the live. So, if you're investing in real estate, it is important that you understand the purpose for that investment. I was so surprised. A lot of persons are interested because the property is selling for 650,000 because it's very cheap. You don't invest in real estate because of the price. As a matter of fact, in 2026, you should be focused in locations. This is night 12:13 a.m. in India. Oh wow. This is 7 p.m. in Nigeria. This is 7 p.m. As a matter of fact, this is 7:49 p.m. in Nigeria. Wow. So it's morning in India. That's nice. Midnight. That's nice. Okay? It's fine. We don't use the same time. So, if you're investing in real estate, especially in Nigeria, sorry, not in Nigeria, especially in 2026, you need to focus on locations wherever you are in the world. If you're in Nigeria, if you're in India, if you're in America, locations is very, very important in real estate investment. If you want your investment to speak for you, if you want to have profitable real estate investments, you need to focus on locations rather than the price. There are some properties that actually sell below 4 million and they are in a very good locations. And sometimes there are properties above 4 million and they're not in a good location. So currently it is not about the price. It's not longer about the price. As of then, about 5 years ago, real estate usually used to be about the price. But currently, real estate, you can search on Google. I'm sure it will worth. Okay, I'm also on Google, the real land boss. I wish I can go live on Google, but it's not possible. I have an account on Google, business profile, the real land boss. Yeah. So, what I'm trying to say is in 2026, if you want to scale in your real estate investments, especially for those who want to expand their investment portfolio, it shouldn't be about the price. It should be about the location, right? And in subsequent time, depending on who you're buying the property from, you can negotiate the price with the person, but let it be in strategic locations. So recently, I got a client from India. Yes, he wanted to invest in Lagos State. He said he wanted a property for integrated farming, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that was what he said. Now, I tried telling him to, okay, before he mentioned the purpose for the property because he wanted about 4 acres of land, I told him to invest in the location where I'm currently staying. Or I also mentioned about another state to him because I know we have a good property there. But he told me that he wanted to invest in Lagos State, and these are his reasons. These are the purpose for wanting to invest in Lagos State. And understood that. I understood his point. Now, this is what real estate investment should be all about. He said the reason he wanted that was because he doesn't want to he wants to come to Nigeria and invest in Nigeria, but the location he's looking at for is Lagos State, and these are he mentioned his reasons. So this is how real estate investment should be. It shouldn't be because of, and at that moment I was trying to find out what his budget was. He said budget is not the problem, he just wants this particular location for what he wants to do, integrated farming. I think that's for agricultural purpose, right? Now that's how real estate should be all about. Real estate should not be about the price, because if you're focusing about the price, you're going to make a financial mistake. Secondly, real estate should not be because your friends are investing in real estate. Do not buy that property because your friends are buying the property. You're going to make a financial mistake. The reason is because if you're buying properties because your friends are buying properties, it simply means that you do not have any specific reason for buying that land, and you're going to get stuck. Some persons invest in real estate because their friends are investing in that land. They just want to brag, they want to show off. But believe you me, a time will come when you have a financial mistake and you I've encountered clients like that. Several clients. They don't have any specific purpose. They are investing because their friends are investing in that land. And at the end of the day, they come to the company requesting for a refund, which doesn't make sense. And the company's policies strictly said no refund. So what are you going to do? And if the company was going to be lenient enough, I'm very certain they are going to take about 50 to 70% of the money you invested. So you don't need to invest in real estate because someone bought land there and you just want to buy because your friends are buying land. You're going to make a financial mistake. Secondly, what is the other thing I want to talk about? What is the other thing I want to talk about? Okay, I think I'm going to stop here. I'm going to stop here, but you need to understand that real estate investment is beyond just buying because someone is buying land, and it's beyond the price. You have to ensure that you invest in a strategic location so you don't make financial mistake. Hmm? I hope you get the point. You're welcome. So Abela, I would like to end this live video right now. So this is just what I have for us. Real Estate Simplified 101, Real Estate Simplified 102 is coming tomorrow. So I'm going to break more things down for you to understand, especially for people that are buying real estate because of C of O. You're buying real estate because of CFO. That's just the only reason you're buying real estate. So many persons miss opportunities because some properties doesn't have CFO, and then you miss the opportunity because the property does not have a CFO. Forgetting that if you buy a property with CFO, there's a lot of things involved in it, and if you don't understand it, if you don't get it right, you will lose your property. So stay tuned tomorrow because I'm going to be explaining about CFO. When you hear a property has a CO or you get excited, I'm going to be explaining that because if you don't know how to handle a property that has a CFO, if you don't know the odd documents you're going to get, you will lose your property. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out. Okay, thank you.